Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do an energy reading for you based on 7 chakras that I've laid out more like a supine spine, laying down rather than a vertical spine, just based on space. This is the way that I am sharing my process with you before, in preparation for meditation, prayer, setting intentions, or simply connecting with the divine. I'm using all tarot cards here, and this is in acknowledgement of the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. I am aware that the southern hemisphere has a different cycle and rhythm, and this is not the shortest day of the year as it is in the northern hemisphere, but it is the longest day of the year. So I say this as I try to be mindful of this in my readings that are intended for any and all who see them. So I'm working on that. Let's start with the first chakra, which is the root chakra. This is where we are grounded into the earth, into our ancestry, our family traditions and generations that have preceded us in order to survive and in many cases to thrive. Temperance is the card of healing, a long and very conscious healing process. So this temperance card is showing me that you have withstood incredible storms, many trials, many tribulations, and that you are consciously aware that you respond with grace to challenges in your life. You understand that any challenge is intentionally orchestrated now to help you understand what resources you have internally to counter these. So this has been a perspective you've grown into, but that has existed for most of your life. When things have challenged you, you are aware that there are things you can do to survive them, to overcome them. And you try to do that with grace. You try to recognize each challenge as an opportunity for growth. This is towards your healing. This is not something that you are doing always for the benefit of others, although it can appear that way. But you are aware that this is what is making you better person. This is what's bringing out your best qualities, your qualities of love, harmony, graciousness, stability, being productive. In the second chakra, this is the sacral chakra, where you experience all the pleasures of the earth, of the world, through your senses. This is especially critical for those of you that are sensitives, intuitives, empaths, creatives, and this unleashes all of your physical energy, including your sexual energy, but primarily this is your pleasure principle. The Four of Wands is about creating a stable and secure home, community center, place of celebration for the way that you grow and acknowledge the growth of others. This is you building a family, a community, or a relationship based on what supports your growth. And this is acknowledging not just the work that you do together, but celebrating that as part of a ritual. We take the celebration as an opportunity to name our advancements, our progress, our growth. This is not neglected. And this can be something like emblematic, like a wedding, where two people bring their highest energies together, their desires, their goals, their dreams together, in the hope that they can accomplish them more successfully, more pleasurably, more enjoyably together. And the third chakra, your solar plexus chakra, is where you assert yourself, where you have confidence, where sometimes in anticipation of being judged, we judge others. So this can be also a place of wounding, of hurt, but it is a place where we grow into our own confidence and authority. The Sun card here is absolutely stunning. This shows that your confidence comes from your happiness. And it looks very much as though your happiness is based on your domestic environment, your partnership relationships, your community success, and the ability to share resources together. That's what gives you happiness. That's what makes you confident. So many of you are experiencing this confidence as a result of your gift or talent, something that you do, something you're good at, something that brings harmony, beauty into the world is what fulfills you at every level. It's what allows you to work with others in a fluid way, what reminds others of how privileged you are and fortunate you are to have the opportunity to do the work that you do. And this is beautiful because it brings your light, your sunshine into the lives of others, how uplifting you are, how you center your hard work in joy and pleasure, how you make it fun for yourself and others. At the heart chakra, this is the center. This is where we claim our authentic desires, the things that define us, the things that give meaning to our lives, the things we can't live without. Sorry for that beeping. The truck is backing up. The Five of Wands here is that you are endeavoring to be a productive part of a team. You are understanding that you participate equally with other members of the team and that your expectation is that others do their part as you are willing to do yours. This can be a learning environment, one where we bring our willingness to find solutions. This can be a job team that we're a part of, an employment team, a professional team where we're looking to solve a problem or build something creatively with the talents of everyone. How necessary it is that there are opportunities for everyone to bring their best energy, their strengths to the table. And that it isn't about someone leading or taking credit for what you build collectively together. The arguments are productive, the debates are to an end so that everyone can air their opinions and find the most appropriate solution. But compromise is key here. I love to call this card a learning lab. And this is really where your heart is. Many of you may have gone back to school, are engaged in a training course, or are teaching a class. Wherever you are entering into a collective or communal environment, you are looking at your collaborators as teammates, as partners, as peers, not as bosses or peons or underlings. In the sixth chakra, or the fifth chakra, sorry, this is the throat chakra. This is where you tell your story. This is where you speak your truth. And this is where, for many of you, you find your justice and the justice that is relevant to your world. The Page of Wands is indicating a new level of exploration in this area of your truth, that you're embarking upon a new truth. And I can almost feel that you are a part of a community, a family, a circle, a team that is highly productive, that is joyful, that gives you a lot of meaning, but that you are now looking forward to with enthusiasm, with excitement, pursuing and exploring a new truth, a new set of principles, perhaps a new lifestyle, but one that originates in your gifts at the level of your spirit. What is inspiring you? What's calling you? And this can be the reach towards a newer community, a kind of community outreach, if you will. a desire to take what you do to new audiences or communities that need what you do, and or places where you can learn something new, something that will add to your community, your environment, your family. So this comes with a lot of desire to open up to new truths, to holding multiple truths, as opposed to pursuing a single line of exploration or inquiry. You're really open to new ideas, perhaps at levels that were uncomfortable to you in the past. There's so much engagement with the spirituality of the world, with the creative principle, that it seems unlikely that you are closed off to information from a variety of sources, even those sources that you have pursued in the past. So I see you eager to learn something new from wherever that information occurs. In the sixth chakra, this is the third eye chakra. This is the way we see the truth. We feel the truth at the heart chakra. We speak the truth in the fifth chakra, throat chakra. But at the third eye chakra, we see through time. We see through space. We see through the truth. We are able to disregard time or space, location, in order to see possibilities through, as reflected from our past in a variety of settings in this life or in other lives, through the lives of ancestors or guides, into the future. And I see right now that you are aware that you are at a crossroads. You're seeing things in a new way. You're putting together your past experiences. Perhaps you've accumulated enough past experiences to where you are recognizing not only a pattern, but a limitation there that you are able to translate into new possibilities for the future. So the two of pentacles at times is you making a hard decision, having difficulty making a decision, going back and forth between two different ways that you want to resolve a situation or a challenge. It can be two opportunities, one that takes you into different paths. This can be the opportunity to stay where you are or to move to a new location or to explore a new location that may be relevant to what it is that you want to build in the future. So there is an indecisiveness here, and I do think it also can bear upon the tools that you use. I think that you have been closed off perhaps in the past to certain tools that seemed irrelevant, and you're now opening up to the possibility of utilizing the resources of others in ways that has not been comfortable or that you did not trust. In the seventh chakra, this is the crown chakra, the Ace of Cups, and of all the signs, Taurus, I'm not surprised that you have this beautiful protection from the world, this beautiful sense of lightness and caring that you provide others and that you are learning to provide to yourself in equal measure. Your greatest protection is your love. Your greatest gift is your love, is your ability to soothe, care for, honor self, respect self. Keeping yourself, your cup full, ensures that you can give ever more to others. And this really does feel like your soul's purpose. The way that you share resources with others is bound up with your sense of feeling safe, protected, secure. So this Ace of Cups bodes for many of you a new passion, a new love, or a new focus on that love, a new way in which you find your team, your family, your partnership newly enabled to spread out, to find what it is that you have found in your own life, within yourself, in other places, in new, less familiar places where you feel increasingly safe to explore. I'm going to clarify the heart and the throat chakra with the Crow Tarot as messengers of the known in the past. In the heart chakra, we have the Tower and the Page of Pentacles. I'm also going to clarify the Page of Cups at the throat chakra with the Seven of Cups, and where these cards are just hopping all over the place. I barely get a chance to shuffle them, but they have been thoroughly shuffled in advance, if that is of concern to any of you. So the heart chakra, this is where you are consolidated with a team, with others to learn something. And this has been facilitated by something surprising. Something has disrupted the flow. There has been a need to solve a problem or fill in a gap in somewhere in your experience. Perhaps someone has left your team, or a new problem or challenge has arisen that is shaking up your sense of security with those institutions, organizations, or supporters that were always there for you in the past. They are no longer there. They're no longer available. And instead of freaking out, you are problem solving as you recognize an opportunity that has become apparent. The closing out of these resources, this funding, this support is opening up a new door, and you recognize it. In the immediate future, this team is again pursuing something new, looking at approaching this from a new way, a new method, a new resource is being engaged, new ideas. And it feels like this is a new, very practical approach to achieve something materially, to secure some kind of economic foundation, or recognize an opportunity for greater physical prosperity. So I do see you being open to releasing this old opportunity, this disruption, this unexpected change, to working towards something that is bringing you a new avenue of growth, or wealth, even in some cases. In the throat chakra, the Seven of Cups is indicating that you are receiving new invitations as you open up to something new, a new pathway. And this is being reflected here as something very present. New doors are opening, new methods or ideas that you previously might not have seen as workable or possible, but with the change in opportunities, circumstances, or support, you are being validated in this way that you are now showing up. This is gaining you invitations and opportunities because you are being noticed in some way, that you're articulating a truth, a new avenue for effort or activity, a new field that you're seeing your growth promised in. These are things that you used to want in and of themselves: new love, new friends, more money, etc. But this is now things that you understand come as a result of your efforts. Some of them do. And not all of these benefits are good things. Sometimes new friends or new communities are not in alignment with what it is that you desire. But you're in a position to contemplate these offers and invitations as you seize upon a practical plan and place. So I do see you kind of taking the time to envision this opportunity for growth, security, abundance, wealth, really planning out first your vision before you define the steps towards achieving that. You are trying to hold on to a vision of this new path, new opportunity as a result of some change, some loss, even in some cases. And that vision will, in and of itself, define next steps. There is no need here at this time to understand the whole picture or understand what the end goal is. What's important is you're visualizing what it is you hope to gain, what it is you desire. And then the next steps, all that you need to focus on, will become clear. These are things you're agreeing to with your team, with others. But the next step is more important than the whole plan. And we move into the plan here. We move into the plan as we envision the whole picture, and making decisions based on that in ways that will open up our heart to greater emotional fulfillment and abundance, more love. And for you, Taurus, your ruling planet is Venus. You understand at a very fundamental level that all effort, all achievement is based on love, service, devotion, loyalty. I'm going to finish your reading here, Taurus. Thank you so much for this reading, and thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, namaste.